I'm ready.
All right, Coach, opening statement.
The good is 2-0. Didn't play great, but we got an opportunity here 2-0 to come in and grow tomorrow. It's the team in the locker room to really tell a true Sunday and be honest about the tape, what was on the tape, and continue to grow. But you're 2-0, being able to do that, and really proud of the fact we had two guys tonight go over 1,000 career yards, and Bryce Young-Walls and Cade. I think the 36th, 37th, 38th guy in the history of the program that's been able to do that. So kudos to those for his individual accomplishments. Thought Cade Peterson played really well. 12 of 17 here for 214 yards. Did a great job pulling the one run. That was a long run down the sideline. I thought managed the game well, and things weren't going good. Kept going out there. Defensively, did a better job in the second half versus the run. I can't really remember off my mind's eye. I have a lot of explosive runs, and so positive there. And had a good kickoff return and, covered some kicks pretty decent. But I think back in my mind's eye, we punted once, and punted once and still, didn't play well, probably because the majority of things are turnovers, turn the ball over. So defensively, I knew that quarterback was going to be good, preaching that the quarterback was good. Jacob Park's a good player. He scrambled around, made plays, threw across his body, made a lot of nice plays, and 22 is a good player too. I give a lot of credit to Lacrosse too. Those guys came in and really competed, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and were good players, and kind of knew that obviously heading into the situation. So there's definitely, I think the two biggest glaring things for me are the turnovers, ball security, ball obsession. We had some post-snap penalties. Grand Valley football doesn't have post-snap penalties, so we're getting coach those up. But we're 2-0 right now, and I think the guys understand that. And I like the feel in the locker room. I think they're happy they got the win, but I can see that there was a sense of we didn't play well. They're not content with that. And there's not a lot of arrogance in that locker room. I felt some humility, and so that's a good basis point to come in here on Sunday and get to work.
Seth, can you talk about how frustrating it is to have 3 turnovers, especially mostly in the first half, and you're still 2-0?
I know it is frustrating, but we know as a defense that's our opportunity to go out there and have our offensive backs. We're never gonna get down on our offense for those turnovers. We're just gonna go out there. We're gonna give our best effort for them because we know if we make a mistake, they're gonna go out there and give their best effort for us.
Bryce, can you talk about how cool that was to see that graphic on the scoreboard saying you hit 1,000 career yards? The very next play, you scored.
I mean, it was cool, but to be honest, I wasn't focused on the graphic. I knew I had to go back on the field, and as far as the touchdown goes, the offensive line blocked it up. I just had to make one guy miss, and it was pretty much a walk-in. So, cool experience, just like a full circle moment for me because it's been a long journey.
Cade, I want to talk about through the pass to your brother. Talk about that experience, how you feel about that.
Yeah, obviously that's a special one. I didn't really think that going into the game I wasn't looking like anything like that. Thinking about it, it's not something you really worry about. But after the fact, it is nice. It's nice to have. But just like any other tight end receiver, completion is what's more important. So.
Do your parents get on you saying, when are you going to throw to your brother?
No. Dad's a football coach. He knows how it works.
Hunter, talk about there's down 17-7, lack of energy, and then you and Cade come up with that big play. Just talk about what went into that and what that meant to the team. Energy-wise, just get back in the game.
Just the whole team. We're just trying to keep that energy up, like you said. It was a little down, had a little adversity, but we practiced that. We practiced responding, being able to adapt and react. So. That's really all we were. We were just trying to stay strong, and play needed to be made, and we made it. So.
Coach, you've talked a lot about your captains and what they mean to you. So down like that, to see 2 of your captains step up on offense and make those plays, put their team on the back when they really needed to. What does that say about this team? What did that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean it's cool. They're high character people that put a lot into this endeavor, and it's always fun when guys have that success. And again, I thought Hunter did a great job on the balls there, judging the ball, and then he spun out. And that. I think for a lot of receivers that would have potentially been, a 60-yard game, but he kept his feet and turned that into a touchdown. And then Bryce is always leading. I give him a ton of credit. Pre-game he was working hard in the locker room. Halftime he felt his presence, his voice, and so for him to come out there, have great ball security, and have the production that he did at the running back position, also protect, it's a good thing. So we had some guys that were captains, key guys that kind of stepped up and really made some plays, and we needed it, obviously, against a really, really feisty, competitive Lacrosse team.
Seth, after the slow start defensively, what was the conversation like on the sideline? I saw Antonio Strong kind of rallying the guys together. What was the conversation? You guys cleaned it up really nicely in the second quarter.
Just saying that we got a lot of game left to play. It's only half. Still got 2 full quarters of football, and we know we got a lot left in us. So we just went in that locker room, talked positionally, talked unitly. You know, we just got to go out there and play our game. It's more about us than it was about them, and I feel like we showed that in the second half.
Cade, you guys had 6 players score touchdowns today. Can you talk about how spreading the wealth kind of worked for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's just coming from having a versatile offense, you know, on the ground, through the air, depth at positions. You know, a lot of teams, you don't have that depth. You have a couple guys here and there that, like, they're star players, right? And the great thing about here is that I'm really confident, the players are confident, and the coaches are all confident in everybody on our squad. So that's what the great thing is about it. You know, we don't really think about, hey, we got to get this person a touchdown this game. We don't think about that. You know, whoever's in that position at that time, they're expected to make the play, and we have confidence that they will. So,
Coach, they were 4 for 6 at one point on 3rd down conversions. Ended the game 5 for 13. Really stopping them on 1st down really helped you on 3rd down.
It did, and I thought, like I said, you know, earlier, you know, we talked at halftime. We did a better job against the run, you know, in the second half. There wasn't as many of those, you know, 4 or 5 yard carries that left manageable downs. I feel like when we got into 3rd downs in the second half, there were longer 3rd downs. Wasn't as much push up front as there probably was in the first half in the run game. And it was frustrating, probably for our whole entire defense and our staff too, that, you know, their quarterback, Jacob Parks, he kept a lot of things alive. You know, we would come up and under and he would flush, and he was good. You could tell he's an experienced quarterback that's played. And, you know, so we obviously go back and look at it. I think the other thing is we probably got, you know, we got a little gun shy of playing some man because we gave up a couple plays of man, so probably played a little more zone. And at times that was good for us. You know, at other times, you know, I think he did a good job kind of finding some of those holes when he moved. You know, whether it was a flush and he threw back across his body and or spread it out, he kind of found those dead void spots kind of in the middle of our coverage, which was frustrating at times. So I'd say one thing, you know, just from the sideline view, we got to clean up our man coverage. Not good enough, you know, just based on the number of athletes that we have.
Not looking ahead to next week, but really you kind of saw a foreshadowing of Michigan Tech in Wisconsin-Lacrosse here today.
Yeah, a little bit, you know, and again, like, I was concerned after a really big emotional home opener. You know, you got an afternoon start against a team, and so I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned, like I said on the tape. And we've got a long road trip to the Upper Peninsula, and it's time to drill down this week and continue to get to work and put our best up the field. You know, because Tech had a bye this week. I'm sure they're going to be rested, and they're going to learn a lot from our tape. You know, we put a lot of stuff on tape. They're going to learn from our tape, so we'll have an understanding of that and what we got to get cleaned up.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.